So in today's video, we're doing our 2004 Bluebird Visions that we had. We had three. They were 43, 44, and 45. Now they're a little bit interesting because they all had different things wrong with them and stuff. So we're gonna start off with 43. We're just gonna go in numeric order. Like I've said before, we're going in numeric order with every time we do this. 43 was a 2004 Bluebird Vision, had a Cat C7. It was scrapped. I'll show you the board meeting over here. Turn it off. Wait a second. Exit Discord. Okay. And the board beak over here, right here. One bus. Number 43 was an 04 Bluebird. It was for scrap. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if it got in an accident, if it had a really bad problem. It still had another 3 years on it at this point, so they didn't need to get rid of it yet. But they did. So I'm guessing it had a big enough problem that they didn't want to fix it in a bus that was, how old was it at that point? 13 years old? So, I remember riding it, and it wasn't a bad bus. Now if you look on here, 45. 45 had a blown transmission by the time they got rid of it, so I'm guessing it had problems. That's all I have. I don't have any pictures of it or anything because last time I remember seeing it was like around 2016, 2017. That would have been, I would have been in 2nd grade, so I don't remember much from it. Because we can do 44 next, which is the least interesting out of these buses, but I get to show you pictures of it actually. This is pretty much the same bus. It was sold for the age limit, and the passenger steps were rotting, so that was not a very good thing. It only sold for $16.50, which is pretty cheap, but it was an old bus. Let me go over here and we'll show you 44. Here it is. This is from the old transportation supervisor. She took horrible pictures, in my opinion, of the buses. She would take like the weirdest pictures. I don't know why this one was taken. There's no reason it needed to be taken. Just the front of it. It was a nice bus. I rode this in 5th grade for most of the year until my driver retired or quit or something, because I can't remember why. Then I rode bus 3, which was an old bus 3, was a 2009. Bluebird Vision, not 2009, 2009 CE 300. I'm talking about Bluebirds too much. This was a good bus. There's the seats, and that's all the pictures we have of it. 1650. Past steps need to be rebuilt. They said it would drive off the lot, so it had was good enough shape that it could drive off the lot. But they did say unsure down here. I had almost 200,000 miles, which isn't bad. This is gonna be pretty short because we have less buses this time, and they're not really that interesting. Now here's 45. I rode this bus in 2nd grade, maybe 1st, before it decided that it wanted to blow the transmission. Oh, come on, I gotta go through, whatever. It only sold for $430, very, very cheap, very cheap. Only had 184,000 miles, so about 10,000 miles less than 44 did, but it blew its transmission earlier too. I don't know if it was run hard or anything, but it did blow its transmission. Let's gotta find the listing. There it is. Only sold, like I said, only sold for $470, and here it is. Doesn't look like a bad bus. I don't think there wasn't many differences between these. They're pretty much the same bus. Oh, my bad, wrong thing. There's 35 next to it. I'll do that another day. I don't think she showed the inside. Okay, she did. Here's 45. I like these buses. They're some of my favorite buses that we had. I miss these buses so much. I miss the older Bluebirds. We used to have a lot full of Bluebirds until about 05. When they started buying CEs. But even then, after they bought the CEs, like when I started kindergarten, which was 2014, yeah, 2014, we still had a bunch of Bluebirds. We had at least 6 A3REs. At least still had 2 or 3, maybe even 4. We still had, and they were still in service, I think. Yeah, they were still in service. We still had a couple TC2000 REs. We had but the thing is, some of them broke. We had old bus 5. So we used to have a whole bunch of Bluebirds. And then I guess they got tired of them, or they didn't like the quality that they were anymore, or the drivers didn't like them anymore, and they started buying a bunch of CEs. And now we just have a lot full of CEs, except the 3 C2s we bought. We bought 3 C2s in a row, 6, 7, and a 9, because we already had an 8, which is a little van, a little Dodge Caravan. So our lot is very just one brand now. This is all it has. Blown transmission. Other than that, the overall condition was fair. It was an 04 model year. It don't have any manufacture dates, so I'm guessing 04 or 03 for all of these were manufactured. Apparently, it says it does not start, so I wonder if it was put out of service a long time before this happened. Wonder if it was put out of service for a while at that point. That's bus 11, I'm pretty sure, next to it, if I could find it. I don't think there's a picture next to it. There's a 1, and the bus looks newer. Might be 11 right there. I don't have anything else for these. I don't have any pictures of them, because I didn't take pictures at that point. And I don't have any sale like info for 43 because it was scrapped. They didn't sell it actually like a place I could go find. So that's it for wrong bus. That's it for 43, 44, and 45. I will be posting another poll for what we want to do next, and then I'll do a video on that. So hope you guys enjoyed seeing our older buses. I really miss these buses. Wish MJ had a shorter, like not shorter, but longer time span you could use buses for, especially Type C's. If we could have kept some of our trans buses for a lot longer than we really did, but none of the drivers liked them, and nobody liked diesel anymore. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.